And so the sun rises. Are they seriously looting? You bastards. I was going to help them as well. Well, you know, not help them in a like help sense, but never mind. Visit the tavern marketplace. First we sell, then we, you know, make friendly. Right, and I leveled up, so I need to check my shit. Alright. Inventory full, switch to merchant. I want some of those gauntlets before the end of this. Leave. No, visit the tavern. That character. Yeah, I'm gonna buff intelligence so I can read the book. Power draw +1, power throw. I am sort of tempted, but you know, a prisoner. I'm not a prisoner kind of guy. You guys can buff that up later. I'll increase power strike, and as usual, buff this up because it needs buffing up. But I've been used to handed swords. I just like it. Well, my brother's home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to the university outside Calaradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in the street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. That's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk, so he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities. And of course, his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain with his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll, to inform on the rest. But our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, no, unfortunately under Karadia, sometimes gamekeepers return to poacher. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of King Ragnar, Lord of the City. That would mean an inquiry, my word against the captains, and the witnesses can be brought and evidence destroyed. Maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again. And all I'll get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In times of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from the domain, and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits, and we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Ragnar. Hopefully, with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know that you're telling me the truth? Oh, well, I suppose it's possible that I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Sargoth. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money is good, and there's another 100 dinars, or maybe a bit more. That's waiting for you if you do me this last little favor. So what do you say? All right, I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I stalked so much on a single throw. Staked, rather. And frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes. Give them the sign. Good. Now strike hard, strike fast. And the captain, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we're in the middle of the road, blah blah blah. Get your bloody shield ready. Because this is what happens. He'll talk to you, and shit is just gonna go down. You bastard, you stole the XP. Again with the XP stealing. Okay, you die. You've got a bow. Ah, he's still fighting with, you know, a big-ass bolt in his chest. He's got balls, I'll give him that. We good? Still one more. Oh, whoa, he's throwing shit. Oh, he's so dead. There you go. All the trained guys survive. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys and only to be hunted down one by one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Well done! I hear you accounted for 1 or 2 of the bastards, and you're still on your feet. You can't ask for a better outcome of a battle than that. Unfortunately, about 9 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look. You mean the helpless bastards that tried to fight off axe-wielding maniacs with their bare hands? I mean, Jesus, man. Ah well, I'm proud to have done my bits along with the rest. The heavens alone grant us victory. I'm glad to see that you're alive too. Yes. Now a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in the back room with a knife at his throat. I need to go drag him before King Ragnar and explain what this breach of peace is all about. And you don't need to be part of that though. I'll tell you what. If all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on the spike of the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So hopefully we'll meet again. There we go. Job done. Yeah. Tavern. To end this quest. A black guy serving drinks? It's Fred Bob. Right, now to talk to this guy and end this recording session. Ah, Voltron. Things didn't go quite as well as I had hoped. King Ragnar couldn't find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Oh, he's grateful enough that I got rid of his crooked captain. A guard who'll let in bandits will let in an enemy army if the price is right. But he can't exactly have me running around here as a lasting reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. That hardly seems fair. He looks like, whoa, dude. Fair? This is Karadia, my boy. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do as they must. You didn't string me up, and instead gave me time to sell my properties, even put in a word with the other merchants that they'd best pay me a fair price, too. That's gracious enough as kings go. But he's a weak king, as they all are here, and weak kings must always look to their authority first, and justice second. I suppose I do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I won't go rubbing your part in this affair in King Ragnar's face, but he's taken note of you, and decided that you're not worth hanging, and that's something to which I'll raise a glass to any day of the week. Might even have a work for you, further down the road, or you can sell your sword to one of his competitors. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit about it while it'll take to stay alive in this troubled land. Blah 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 blah, tutorial over. Uppercut. Come on. Oh yeah, come on. Epic pose. Do 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 do. Do do do.